Hi guys, today we are reviewing a rather rare Diesel DZ1327 Trojan watch. In the review we'll go through the style, features as well as dimensions. So without further ado, let's get started. As with all Diesel watches, this watch comes in a lovely white box. It's a very big and solid box. You've got air holes in the top, so you can actually virtually see the watch through the holes in the top of the box. Very solid sort of leather sort of look to it. Open that up. You've got your watch inside on a cushion as always, and a very thick, and I've shown this before in other reviews, a very thick book in 50,000 different languages. And I think this book covers virtually every model they make, so it's like even the digital models, which obviously this watch isn't. Now, the one thing I will say about this watch right at the beginning is that this watch is not a new watch, obviously. It's not my watch either, and it doesn't work. This is actually a faulty watch. I'm afraid it doesn't work, so I won't be able to show you it working, but we'll still give you the review anyway. So guys, as you can see, this is a silicon Trojan watch from Diesel. The case is all silicon, so it's the whole thing. It's a silicon one-piece watch. Basically, the casing goes all the way around in silicon, including the strap. So it's all one piece. So you've got a black crown to set the time, and then you've got a black buckle with the Diesel logo in it on the strap. You've also got a retainer. The retainer though is in the same colour as the rest of the silicon for the watch. Now the colour is a glow-in-the-dark colour. Looking at it normally, it looks like a sort of an off, sort of yellowy, very slight tinge of green in it. But this is said is because it's an actual glow-in-the-dark watch. Everything on this silicon glows very brightly in the dark. So when I say it's a very, very glow-in-the-dark watch, it is a very, very glow-in-the-dark watch. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. I shall give it a go. So there you can see that the whole watch is glowing. It glows all the way around the strap, the face, the parts of the face, the hands. It's just a beautiful glowing watch. The only other watch I found like this are the ice watches, which are also in my ice playlist. You've got a very nice thick silicon strap. There's lots and lots of adjustment points, as there always are on these Trojan watches. And then you've got the case of the watch is sort of embedded in the silicon, which we said the silicon one-piece strap stroke case. You've got a screw down back, so you've got 4 screws holding the back in place. It tells us on the back that it's a stainless steel watch, and the model number, and also that it's 50 meters water resistant, and that it is Diesel only the brave, as always. If we come to the face of the watch, you can see we've got a black, very matte black face. We've got black hands and black hour markers, so they're sort of a shiny black, so it makes them barely visible. And then you've got a glowing dot on each of the hour and minute hands, and then a glowing second hand. Over at 9 o'clock you've got a 9 raised on the little sort of lower bit, the bit that sort of slopes. There's a slope, and then you've got the 9. The 9's sort of silver with glowing paint in it, and the actual slope itself also glows. That's got Diesel in a sort of a shiny metal effect with a stripe, but that also fully glows in the dark. There's no date window on this watch, unfortunately, it's just time only. On the face, although it's not that easy to see, there are other markers. You can see there the 24-hour clock, but it's etched in sort of a matte black. There's also a slight ring around the edge, also etched in matte black, so it's very, very difficult to see. So you're mainly just using it, the hands, the only thing you can really see on it. Now, as I said, unfortunately this watch doesn't work. Now normally these Diesel watches are very, very reliable, and I've found them to be very good. I've got 4 models which you've seen in my previous reviews. They've always been good, they're reliable. I have changed batteries in them, but they tend to last really well. This is very unfortunate that this one doesn't work. Now this watch, I described it as rare at the beginning because it's very hard to get hold of. You don't see that many of them. When you do see them, they go for an awful lot of money. Now, for me personally, this is sort of a holy grail watch in some respects, in that about 10 years ago, I worked with a couple of guys that each had one of these watches themselves. And I saw them, even before I was really started collecting, saw their watches and thought, oh, they're brilliant. I love the look of those. But I never got round to getting one, and it's only now that I've managed to find one like this one. And unfortunately, as I said, this one's a non-worker, so this one doesn't belong to me. This is going back to the person that owns it. But it's nice to be able to review one and to see one at last. But unfortunately it's not a working one, so I would like to be able to get hold of a working one at some point. If we come to the sizes, the face is 35mm across. It's sort of a rectangle face, so it's not square completely. You've got a case of 45mm, With the crown, that works out at 47mm in total. The strap thickness is very thick. There are thick straps on these Trojan watches. This is 28mm across. The depth or thickness of the watch is 11mm, so still quite thin. It's all one piece. There's no shoulders or such or anything to join to anything. And overall, the weight, because it is a metal case, it's a stainless steel case inside the silicon, it weighs 77 grams in total. There are lots of watches in this range, not just the glow. There's not just the two-tone ones I've got. There's lots of watches with denim, orange, solid colours. There's all sorts of watches. I still want to get some more of the coloured ones. I like the idea of the denim ones, and I also want to get hold of, if I can, a lime green one. So guys, thanks for watching. Hope you liked the review. If you do, please hit the like button down below. Please think about subscribing and hitting the notification bell to be notified when I upload the next load of videos. Thanks again. Bye bye.